Alright folks, FX Trans here doing another TekSushi exclusive video review, this time of the Transformers masterpiece MP-17 Cybertron Military Strategist Prowl by Takara Tomy. Before we begin, here's a quick look at the packaging. They got the Nissan trademark, they got the Nissan rights to manufacture and produce the Fairlady Nissan Fairlady 280ZT car. So very nice. Figure comes with a collectible coin. If you buy it on Amazon Japan, you'll be able to get the rocket launchers, which I don't have. And it comes with a nice instruction booklet and a collectible card. So that's that. I picked this one up at Our Toys in Green Hills. So if you're in Manila, you know where to get it. Figure is absolutely gorgeous. If you grew up in the 80s and watched a lot of the G1 Transformers, you'll know what I'm saying when I say, you'll understand and can relate to what I'm saying when I say this figure. Man, this is Prowl. I mean, this was exactly how he looked like back in the 80s. And if they made toys this awesome back in the day, I mean, those things would really fly off the shelf, and they would be collectibles to this day. But the G1 toys, I'm not gonna not take anything away from them. They were amazing during their time. But if you're a collector nowadays, you'd think, what's the deal with G1? I mean, no articulation, they just transform. And a lot of it has to do with the nostalgia that the characters bring. When Hasbro, through Sunbow Productions, decided to do a cartoon of the Diaclones, they called them Transformers, Autobots vs. Decepticons. When you were a kid, that was such a unique world back in the day. It was a car, then it was a robot. It was a jet, then it was a robot. And that's really the appeal and the lure of these masterpiece figures, in my opinion. It doesn't say what age, any age restriction for this particular toy. I don't read kanji or katakana, so I wouldn't really know. Anyway, I honestly, these toys are really for the collectors of Transformers who grew up back in the 80s. If you're thinking of giving this one to your kid, well, I'd suggest you introduce your kid to something more simpler first, like this one. This is the Generations Prowl. I don't have the G1 Prowl, sorry. This is the only other Prowl I have. You'd probably introduce them here. Once they grow up a little bit, they still love Transformers, then maybe you can start giving them the a masterpiece ones. But essentially, this is for the mature and adult collector. And because the amount of detail they put on this one, the intricacy of the transformation, the weapons, the accessories, paint apps, the whole sculpt, and the price, this thing is not to be played with. Again, as I mentioned in my other masterpiece reviews, these are shelf pieces which you can occasionally transform now and then. So anyway, onto the figure. Phenomenal figure. Paint apps are spot on. I had no quality issues on mine. Maybe I got lucky. But, Takara has been known to have really quality, a lot of quality control on their pieces. So very nice. Looks exactly like Prowl. I'm glad that they got rid of the kneeling leg transformation. I never liked that the figure was always in this position. He couldn't really move. He would just roll about like that. I mean, that was G1. I just did not like that. For somebody who loved to see the toys in action on the show, you wanted to pose them, and to have G1 toys that don't pose, I mean, that really bugged me. So anyway, so really so happy that Takara and Hasbro, I hope Hasbro comes up with their own version. I mean, for those who still want to relive their childhood, the cheaper price, it'd be nice if Hasbro could come up with their own version. So lots of articulation on this figure. Paint apps again is great. Sculpt is phenomenal. Articulation, he's got a swivel neck, ball jointed. He's got a ball joint shoulder with a swivel. He's got bicep swivel, double jointed elbows because of transformation. They even gave it a swivel wrist. They didn't have to do that, but they did. It's got a waist swivel, mainly because of transformation. Ball hinge hip, thigh swivel, hinge knees, and ball hinge ankles with rocker joints. I mean, how can you beat that? Very, very nice. Just super impressed with the way this figure's been. I mean, I'm sure they paid a lot of attention to detail with this figure. Really tried to make the sculpt as accurate as possible. You know, it would have been more accurate if I had the rocket launchers, but you know, I didn't really want to spend any more just for small accessories. Maybe if another collector wants to sell his or what, if they have an extra, I'll probably get that. But as of now, this will do. I mean, this is fine. Not as accurate, but pretty good. So let's transform him. Oh, sorry, he comes with his gun, which is also removable. You can store it here. You just fold this handle. You can store it on the back. This is also the way to store it in alt mode. He's going to store it that way too. So, get rid of that. Transformation is a little bit tricky. I have to admit. This particular mold, albeit it's a fun, you know, it's a nice, interesting transformation. It's a little bit tricky if you don't. The instructions are really helpful, but if you don't do it step by step, you could miss something. And you know, the one thing I forgot to mention: the proper transformation really is to hook these back pegs onto these notches right here. But if you do that, the torso sort of pops up. I haven't gotten mine to stay down. So there's no notch for this thing. I mean, I thought you could like snap it there, but it just, I've been trying to do it, but it just doesn't want to. I don't want to risk breaking it. So maybe on your figure you could do it, but in mine, just I don't want to risk it. But that's the proper way. Okay, you can go ahead and fold these like that. You can hide the weapons if you want. It'll still be fine. That's how you do it. So let's go ahead and transform him. It's best if you start by putting his arms off to the side so they just don't get in the way. Okay. We can do the feet. Yeah, that's what you should do first, but you can do this one first. Go ahead and fold this out so that it's ready to snap into place. Alright, the feet is really the point of contention in transforming this figure. That's really the tricky bit. So try to do it step by step. So go ahead and fold these out. Okay, go ahead and fold these out. That. And then it's the hinge. There's a hinge right here and a hinge that goes out that articulates the feet, that makes this thing very tricky. So go ahead and what you want to do is go ahead and you'll need to rotate the feet up like that and just collapse it like that. Wait, sorry, hold on. Go ahead and fold these down first. Go ahead and collapse the feet like that. That's what you gotta do. And it can be tricky at times. Why don't we just rotate it? So let's rotate the hips so that it's easy to see where you're going. This one stays up like that, and then these, they just fold in like that, and the heel spurs fold in like that. So that's one side. Now you try and do it on the other side. Go ahead and fold it up like that. Fold these down. Oh, sorry. Yeah, fold these down. Go ahead and snap it like that. Go ahead and fold these like that. There was somebody who posted on Toy Hauling Goons on asking how to transform this. Then he figured it out. Big thanks to Big Daddy Earl for giving a shout out to me and saying that I must have had a video showing how to transform it. Thanks, Earl. I did not have a video back then, but now here's the video. So anyway, going back and transforming it, just connect it like that. All right. Use. Oh, sorry. Go ahead and fold the knees. The knees are on double joints. Go ahead and fold them down like that. And there you go. That's the back part of the car. All right. On to the front part. Go ahead and detach. Fold this one down, the ab piece down. Then you got to fold the shoulder. There's another joint just underneath his armpits that you swivel forward like that. Same here, like that. All right. Go ahead and fold it up like that. Okay. Go ahead and fold the chest piece out to form the hood. I'm gonna go ahead and fold these out, the side view mirrors out like that. Go ahead and fold the head piece down like this. Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, like that. Okay. No need to rotate the head. I'll go to make him face the back. Just push it down like that. If your transformation looks something like this, you should be okay. All right. Or not. Man, I missed something. The knees are supposed to go in. Sorry. What am I doing? Okay. Yeah, they should be fine. Okay. The knee should be coming in. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Sorry, folks. I think obviously I'm doing something incorrect. I mistransformed it somewhere along the way. Hold on. Okay. The knee should come in like that. Okay. And then you should collapse before you collapse these things in. Okay. All right. There we go. And then you can collapse it in like that. Okay, my bad. That's what you get for just trying to wing the transformation. There we go. All right, collapse it in like that. And then, all right, there we go. All right, there. Once it looks like that, then you should be fine. My bad. Anyway, yeah. Okay. Go ahead and close the doors. Fold it down like this. You know, when you're first transforming this particular piece, the instructions tell you to go fold the doors up. It feels like you're going to break it the first time you do it, but you just gently let it in, ease it in, and then once you've broken it in, pun intended, it's easy to transform back and then go here. Now, here's another thing that the instructions I think failed to mention. Just fix this. Oh. Okay. Excuse me. And that's how you pop open the hood. Okay, you can pluck it out here. The doors, they close like this. But if you're transforming it back into robot mode, excuse me, the instructions just tell you to pop open the doors, and essentially you're going to break it if you do that. So the trick is you pull it out, then you can pop the doors out. That's how you do it. Same here. Pull it out and pop the doors out. If you just try and force the doors out, you're going to break the tabs there. So be careful with that. All right. Fold the center piece down, the ab piece, and then all that's left is really to connect the yeah, to this, join them together. It's easier if you do it one at a time, but then you're gonna have a hard time connecting them together. So the instructions really tell you to do them at the same time, which is kind of tricky if you ask me. So just do it gently like that, and then tap them in. And there you go. There is Prowl finally in his Nissan Fairlady 280ZT alt mode. He rolls fairly okay. No rubber tires. They are plastic. That's fine, you know. A little bit of paint blemish right there, but that's fine. I'll probably keep this guy in box, not displaying. If I do get the Silver Streak version of this one, that's the one that'll probably be displaying. But we'll see. So rolls okay, very nice. And again, as I said, the gun fits right here onto the light bar. It's okay. I mean, it looks weird. It's just a way for you to store the gun in alt mode, but you don't really need to. It looks great as it is. Look at that. It's a very nice alt mode. And I absolutely love it. I mean, for all of you collectors out there who really, really love the G1 show and you love Transformers, I mean, this is the epitome of G1, modern adaptation of G1. And, you know, G1 toys are not bad, they're okay, but if you're really into hardcore Transformers, the Masterpiece line, I think, is the way to go. A lot of nostalgia, well-made toys, phenomenal paint apps, sculpt, transformation is absolutely fantastic. There's really nothing you can ask for. Takara did a wonderful, wonderful job on these, and I'm just really liking them. I'm absolutely loving this Masterpiece. I'm so glad I went into them. So there you go, folks. I hope you've enjoyed this review. Please check out all the videos of TekSushi, the amazing, amazing channel. Fly Guy does a wonderful job doing a lot of the reviews. I'm just very lucky I'm able to share some of my videos on the channel. There you go, folks. FX friends, for TekSushi featuring Transformers, Masterpiece, MP-17, Prowl by Takara Tomy. Thanks for watching.